Check, check, check. Morning, everybody. Welcome. Reminder that everything we're about to do is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds. This is strictly just used for demo and paper trading purposes. Let's go ahead and get it. You guys should all be able to see my screen now. Looking at the index futures, I'm going to talk to you guys about just how we use True Algo, how we use our stats provided within the system, and then most of all, see how many things we can get into leading into this New York opening bell here in exactly an hour. And then just hoping that you guys are all doing fantastic. I'm going to tag a couple of places just to make sure everyone knows that we're here right now. And if you need anything, just let me know. Let questions come through. I'm excited to sit here and work with you guys. 1 second, I'm tagging everybody on our Discord. Whenever you guys join us, if you do subscribe, you get access to our premium Discord, and as well as just the system in general. But what we're about to do today, you get 5 days a week, including an extra macro update and strategy session once a week on top of 5 live streams during the New York session. So if you need help during New York, we'll be here to help you. So yeah, man, let's jump right in. Right now, and then current members, you guys can answer too. If you guys are just looking at the system, hold on, let me make a little update. Just so you guys get used to, this was the shorts taken yesterday live. Get these out of the way. Right now, it's details matter, and one of the biggest things about our system is just its predictability, but it's actionable because there's an actual strategy that you use and there's stats that are provided. And like this little box right here is going to become one of your best friends, I believe, in markets. This helps people who struggle with the emotions that have to do with markets. Everyone's always talking about trading psychology. This fixes that. And then too many people talk about like they hold their winners really, really short, and then they hold their losers way too long. This fixes that. And so we're going to be talking about this as we go and just showing you guys how the system works. But just so that everybody understands right now, as of 4:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the NQ, and then the ES confirmed True Algo members right at 5:30 a.m. So right here on this candle is when the long position was produced, and then the 5:30 a.m. candle was right here on good old NQ. And so just so you guys understands, and I can rewind the tape just a little tiny bit. Right now, we're still bullish across the ES and NQ, and then we can't short until we get a close below our box. But just showing you guys how to use the system. This is the current play that's playing out as we see it. And then hopefully you guys just look above price and you can see, we show you guys this all the time, but just so you know, this isn't BS. Like you can see our True Algo system perfectly breaks price down from the start of the Asia session. So you can see that it works during Asia, works during London, and then shortly here going to be working during New York. There's a lot of data that gets fed into it. So just waiting for TradingView to stop playing its games. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a second. And it doesn't matter. I see people asking questions if you're a scalp trader or a day trader, because one of the things that I think is people are taught those terms wrong. And what I mean is this: 95% of people lose. So if people think scalping has to do with whether you're on the 1 minute versus being on the 3 minute, and then day trading has to do with the longer time frame, 95% of people lose. So those terms don't make sense. Whether you're a day trader in your mind or scalper or a swing trader, this system fixes it. And I mean it. And I'll show you why, because the stats are what matter. So I want you to understand, you see this right here, you might be like, that's a bearish close below our box, therefore you would look for shorts. But just so you know, there's no BS. Look on the left side right here. Asset, it says ES and NQ. So in order for you to take a short that we teach our members, both the ES and the NQ, that's why the check mark is here. Now look at the middle of your screen. Now you see the NQ, because this is the NQ, is telling you the ES also has to confirm. So when this potential short opportunity right here, there's a bearish close below this box and you would open a short, you also need the NQ telling you to short. So now look at the same candle and you can see the NQ perfectly stopped at our box. It did not close under it. Closes are what matter. Okay, so then we finally, the NQ says to go up. You don't have to get a sniper entrance here. And right there, the NQ and the ES both close above. So this is where you can look to take a long position. Now, this is where the stats become so crucial for any of you guys that are getting into markets, especially if you're on prop firms and you struggle with drawdown. And so like, see where it says average retrace 20 and then average retrace 95. So what happens is that tells you the stats of how far this this is a long position. So on average, this position is going to go down 20 ticks, or which is 5 handles. And then this play will go down 95 on average, and it could go more before the play ever goes to your win amount, as in does something like this and then does something like this. So you stop being fearful of drawdown. And then as soon as that play opens, though I will take the position from the immediate close, you can actually layer in your ideas. A lot of the prop firms are now letting you finally, they call it DCAing, but it allows you to get in during the what we call the retracement period. And like as you see here, as price starts to run and stops would be below the box using our system, and then looking to get into the average win amount as price travels. There's that retracement right there. Look at the ES. Do you see how it retraces exactly to that point? It could still retrace more. And then you can see the NQ dips just a little bit more than the average, but that's what you expect on average. So you stop getting scared out of your position. And then from here, there's a continued retracement, but look, you see how the price pops up instantly, especially the ES. I mean, they both pop up. And that's why we talk about that can be your sniper entry, because you fully expect that on every winning position. And then from here, price goes up in your favor. Just so you know, it's not BS. So like we give you the win starting here, but you're able to get into the sniper entrance and push up. And like, look at the candles. They couldn't even close below the retracement period. That lets you know that the play is strong. And so that's one of just the wins that has occurred today. And like you can see, price hits here and then immediately starts to reject afterwards. But the thing that I want to point out is, again, that's during the London session, and now we're in New York. Or not in New York. We're leading into New York. That play developed during London. Look at the Asia session, just so you know that there's opportunities straight across the board, depending on no matter what session you are actually on, okay? I'm just waiting for the ES to load its boxes back. And now you'll see the same thing. As soon as we open the new day here on the NQ, there's no play. You don't take a play right at open. You don't play the opens. You just sit here and wait. A lot of traders go on tilt because they don't wait for market conditions to go in their favor. So as this play is developing and you're like, should I go long? You don't go long into a box. So we don't long anything above until we close above. And so as you see price travel on the ES and NQ, right here on the ES, this is at 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The ES left side of your screen is telling you to short now. Do you see it right there? There's a bearish candle below a box. But look over here. There's no bearish close below the box. The NQ is telling you need to wait till you lose both. And so like as this price travels, and if you take it and you win, that's great. But that's not going to be the bigger win of the day. The bigger win is going to be when the NQ, middle of your screen, actually decides to short as well. And right here at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the NQ says to short. So watch this candle here. And then right here is the same 2 a.m. candle on the ES right here. And remember the retracements, okay? This is that sniper entry that we help our members with. So on average, it's going to retrace up to 20 ticks, which is 5 handles. Right there is the retracement period. And then same exact thing on the NQ. We fully expect it to retrace up to 95. And check this out, man. It's nuts. And the boxes don't move and the averages don't change. So look, 20 ticks of retracement. This is where you would get into your short. 95 ticks of retracement. It literally retraced a little bit more than 95, but look at the body closes. And then instead of getting into a short here, you actually can get into a short there. Okay? And now after this, what's really important is to focus on the average win is telling you it's 16 ticks, which is roughly about 16 and a half handles. So you're trying to get to right about here. And then on the NQ, your average win is 260 ticks. Right about here. It's a little bit more than what I'm showing there. And then look what price does. Retrace, average win, hits the average win. Immediately, the algorithm takes price, profit, and then it continues to short. And now you don't have to close your short position. You can take profit at the average, or you can instead slide or trail your stop loss down to break even and take partials. and then you can continue to fill or get your position filled at a lower price, which it just is going to increase your profits overall more than the average. So that's what we've had so far. And one of our favorite assets now is US 30. US 30, if you look right here, does not require a confluence asset. So you can trade US 30 as a solo. It doesn't need the ES and NQ. And as you can see here, US 30 pushes up. Your first short was available at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you can see, it's a monster of a win. And then if you missed that initial short, there was another one here at 3:30. And this is what I think everyone needs to understand, because you might be like, this was the long position taken yesterday as well. There was a long and a short. Like, why this system, I think, can really help you. Every time you hit a box and then close under, or hit a box and close above, that's what you're looking for. So here's the first short, okay? And you're expecting the position to do this. And you might be like, well, what do I do about my stop loss? These are the stop losses saved within the settings, okay? Now, this stop loss is way higher than this box than it needs to be. You actually can trim your stop loss down. And no matter what is, as soon as you close above this box, now you're in a long position. So you're finally invalidated in your loss to go the opposite direction, okay? There's no more guessing, okay? And so as you can see here, focus on the retracement amounts. Just so, again, you know this isn't BS. This wasn't set up. You can ask the members if we're lying. 32 ticks of retracement. So when this short gets activated, you fully expect this position to retrace up to 32 ticks. As you can see here, oops, sorry, my screen is blanking out of my mouse. Here it goes. Sorry about that. It retraced only 23 ticks. Again, it's an average, but you can stop being terrified of drawdown. Instead, you take advantage of it. And then this is the average win by US 30. And this is what's super important. If you miss this initial short, like I was saying before, look, there's a new tap of the box, and here's the first bearish close. You might be terrified to short this low, but the stats don't care. Watch again. There's a bearish confirmation from this box above. That means you're trying to target this box below. And then from here, we can draw the position. Here is the average move on US 30. And now watch. You fully expect it to retrace 32 ticks. It retraced 72. Again, it is an average amount. But look, it does not exceed the average loss. And then from here, you can see you can get into a sniper type entry. And then it plays out the 105 tick win, but then keeps going. So you almost are able to double the win, because all you need to do is trail your stop loss. And now you can continue to follow US 30 further and further down, because there is no long position. There was a tiny long position right here on US 30. Then there's the retracement down and push up. You just to make sure you guys understand, you see this candle right here? There's no touch at the box above. So that's the bullish confirmation to go long. It retraces back into the system and pushes out to a take profit. And then right here is your very next short, either one of these candles. This candle is not a short because you've hit the box below, but this is a short confirmation. That is a short confirmation. And again, there's 0 losses on US 30 today. So index futures will help you greatly. You are now, and just to make sure everyone's on the same page, there is a short confirmation on the NQ and the ES on the current candle that just played out. So as this candle moves, we're fully expecting price to retrace up to 20 ticks. And then on the NQ up to 95. And then there's a potential that this could be the first loss for today. We don't hide from losses. So if this candle, either one of these, closes above the box, then that would be a new long position, meaning the shorts would fail. Cool. What's important is that not everything is going to be a win, but we will track this to see if it does hit the average retracement. That would be that sniper entry. Again, 20 ticks here on the ES. And then from there, looking for further push down. The US 30 has not closed below the box. It's still in its shorts from either here or there, depending on how you're playing. Tech, you've asked really good questions before, but when you join, you can make requests. So we're not going to add them unless people ask to have them added. So join the group, finally subscribe, and then we can look to add them as you're asking. This is DXY. DXY opened below our weekly system, played down into our full weekly long during the Asia session, pushed up, as you can see here. And again, details matter. There is no long position once we get to the boxes above during the London session right here. You see the green candle finally goes to the box, pushes straight up into our daily system. We're also at the 2024 high. And then boom, massive shorts right here. There's the green hit to the box. There's the red candle close below this box. And there's your short straight down for DXY. And now DXY is back to our support box from the weekly perspective. So looking for DXY to hold this low before starting a massive bearish trend on DXY. And on top of that, if you look to the right side, you can see the euro playing out exactly the same way you want to see. Cool. Hitting a box, closing above, bullish. That's where you go long. Closing above a box, bullish. That's where you go long. Close below a box, bearish. That's where you go short. You can see here, there's that bearish candle. Gold is in a massive bullish trend. So if anyone's asking, are we looking to short gold? The answer is no. Here in our dashboard, you see the two arrows. It says up and up. There is no short positions to take on gold. For any of you guys watching, if you want to short gold, you need to take a short below all of our boxes today because of the green trend that started. So unless gold gets down to 26.21, there is no reason to short gold. So I wouldn't be looking to short gold whatsoever. And then just to make sure you guys understand, like, details matter. True Algo members, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't lie to you guys. The system doesn't lie to you. We are entered into the big green box. This is our True Algo trend from the weekly perspective. So True Algo members, as soon as you get into this box, do you have to wait for gold to have a confluence with silver, like it says in our dashboard, or can you play gold as a solo asset and play the trend? And as you see, there's a delay here, so I don't know how long it's going to take them to answer. And from here, you can see gold plays our green trend as expected, and you don't have to wait for silver to do anything. Silver is looking to also confirm long, but if you look down here in the bottom right, silver has also started a bullish trend. Again, cannot look to short silver or gold right now. They are both long confirmed and just looking to go higher. Oil did, let me see how many ticks it closed. It has to close 3 ticks. I don't know if it did right here. Nah. So oil was in a bearish confirmation here, and now we're in that retracement period. During the New York session, if oil, I keep saying gold, I mean to say oil. If oil closes above the box here during this New York Open, that would be a long position. If not, right now we are looking for oil to play short down to this box. And then there's a True Algo beacon right here. You guys see this right here? I'll make it bigger. These are targets for your price action right here. And if I hover over it, you'll say active daily beacon. So during the New York session today, this right here has an 81% to be hit today. So there's an 81% chance price will, during New York, come down and hit that target. So we shall see if we get it right here during the New York Open or we just get it during the New York session. But that's what we'll be looking for. Real quick on the crypto, folks, you were in a bearish confirmation on ETH. You guys can see, like, clearly the ETH bouncing around from the weekly system, short, long, short, and then there will be new shorts on Ethereum once it closes below our day system here, basically at 3078. That'll also start a bearish trend on ETH. And then for you Bitcoin folks, there's your bearish confirmation. This is part of the retracement period. And now ETH looking to flood down here. Not ETH, sorry, BTC. But right where this is important because details matter and what we teach our members. These shorts right here on Tether, oh my goodness, on Bitcoin, these bearish closes that tell you to go short. You see how they both fail? Okay. Right side of your screen is Tether. Look over here. There's no close that's telling you that Bitcoin should be a short. You would need Tether to close above a box to be bullish, and it doesn't. That means you don't short these. You wait until Tether would then go above a box, tell you to be bullish on Tether, meaning bearish on crypto. We teach that, and that's why these shorts were not going to be taken. Okay? There's a reason why we don't trade solo assets unless we give you the stats for it. And again, something like oil is a solo asset, okay, with an 80% win rate. I'm not sure how many of you guys stayed with me, but look, I just want you to know it's not BS. Look how good this system is. I was just trying to update you on everything. Look at the retracement on the ES. This is live. There is no BS. There is no hindsight. Look at the retracement, your sniper entry, and there's your win. I mean it, guys. Look, you are already up 9.5 handles. That's 37 ticks on the ES. You just hit the 50% mark. Now move your stop to break even, True Algo members, and look at the NQ. The average is 260. You've gotten 156 ticks or 39 handles live. No BS. No BS. I mean it, man. People say they can do this live all day and they'll message you on Twitter 2 hours later with the video. You can see it live. The most important thing here is with our system, you can stop being fearful of the retracement and start taking advantage of this. There is no long position. It's in free fall. Your stops should now be at break even to protect your position. This way you can't let the markets take advantage of you. You take advantage of this. Everyone sees this, right? No BS. I mean it, man. We get this all the time of people. You get destroyed by other systems, other indicators, other gurus, and you'll always have these views towards us that we are somehow snake oil. We give you the retracement amount. We give you the average win amount. We give you the win rate. You're guaranteed to lose when you practice with our system, everybody. You're only going to have a 78% win rate, but at least it gives you what the system does. NQ's just put in a new low on that current idea. The average is 260, everybody. So we're trying to get, I'll just put a line. This is where we are trying to get on the NQ. That's the average. And then remember, the goal is to get to 16.5 handles on the ES, which is roughly right to the bottom of the box. So right here on, there's another new low on the ES. Everyone watch the line. This is where we're trying to get the position to right there. And let's see if we can get it before New York even opens. Then you don't even have to trade New York. You can just be done for the day. So this is where we're trying to get the positions to. Tech, you've been here for a while, bud, and I've seen some of your comments on our YouTube videos. Some of them have been negative. Some of them have been positive. I pay attention to everything, man. Like, but you're one of the people who have attended, I think, every single YouTube live stream, man. And like you've said before, like, well, look, why didn't you guys take this short? You can ask every member that's in this chat right now, and you can see they will tell you you can't short this because you have to have a bearish close below the box. All of you guys are asking about US 30. US 30 is not in a new short. Look, your US 30 short is right here, everybody. If you, and that, by the way, look live. Look at both live, ES and NQ. No BS. There's the average win. Look, just so you know, it's not a lie. And it's done live 5 days a week. Now your stop loss goes way further down on this candle and just let it fly, man. Let it fly. The goal is to get to the average win. Tech, correct me if I'm wrong, bud, because I remember what you've said before, and it might not be you, it could be somebody else, but people have said nobody would ever hold their position that long. And if you think about the previous YouTube sessions we've done with you guys, that's why we developed this. Because people who say you'll never hold a position that long, now our members know how long to hold a position. This is where you push that stop loss trail as far down as you can to the average, and now you can have a place that was only supposed to run 16 handles or 260 ticks, and you can double it by New York Open. This is the best system for people who struggle when to take profit and when to close their positions out. And again, for US 30 folks, that short was here. There is no new US 30 short. I don't want anyone to know or think that we're playing games here. This is not a new short from this box to this box. This was the shorts called live for the ES and NQ. The shorts on the US 30 were up here, which was not done on this live stream. It was before we started. And now that you've hit this box, you're looking for all three of these. If you want to go long, you have to wait for a close above the box. If you do not get a bullish candle close above the boxes now, there's no long. So retail traders will try to keep longing this only for this to happen. Because our system tells you not to go long till it closes above. So again, the average win we give you on the NQ is 260 ticks. You've gotten 358. That is 100 additional ticks or 20 handles added on top of your profit. And watch how price now starts to retract, and watch the average line. If that candle can't close below it, then there's going to probably be continuation to, or not continuation, a push up, because the algo takes profit at that. I mean it. That's why we give you the average win. Oh, what a day, man. New York's not even open. It's fantastic. DXY also taking profit at the weekly system currently. And then look at US or the euro taking profit at the weekly up top. So might get long positions here on DXY. That means the UCAD, the UJ would be bullish. And then the euro for New York here in less than 3 minutes, bearish. That means the euro, the pound, the Aussie will be bearish. We'll see if that happens. Oil still retracing back up into the box. Silver and gold about to continue putting in new highs. Again, there is zero reason to short gold and silver. I haven't talked about tech on our stocks yet, but everyone just stay with me. Let's say you're an options player, or you don't play options, but you're someone who's trying to get more conviction on your index futures plays. Look, this is Tesla. Look at Tesla. This is Apple. Apple's currently neutral. It had a long position earlier, but now you see it rejecting. And then this candle closing below this box means Apple's short. That means indexes, depending on what they all would look like, on whether or not markets want to keep pushing down for New York Open. Look at Microsoft, center right, same thing. It's about to confirm below. And then NVIDIA, just like Tesla, left side of your screen, right side of your screen, both NVIDIA and Tesla were confirmed short. That's another reason why the indexes have pulled down. So just waiting for both Microsoft and Apple. We're 2 minutes away from confirming. And if they confirm below the box, as we can see, Apple is pretty much guaranteed to confirm below. Microsoft has to close below this box, and then all four of them would be saying to go short. That means that the indexes would continue to go lower. Does that make sense? Because big tech is telling us to go lower. Cool. I'll come back to that in less than 2 minutes when those candles close. Yeah, for all of you guys that are, a lot of you were in our Discord and asking like why we haven't done more of the free live streams. And we developed, our members were doing great. We had people that were having 5-figure payouts. But the majority of our members, because stats exist and everything, were still seeing the system work, but they were struggling with always taking profit too early. And we wanted to increase their R when they practice. And that is why we took a break from the YouTube streams to help members develop this. There are over 12 strategy session videos where you can see me do this backtesting and our live streams. Just like today, we'll be sitting on our YouTube channel, and I'll add it to our learning platform where you have access to if you join, so you can watch how to leverage these stats in your favor. And here comes another new low on the ES here shortly. But I'm telling you, man, the reason why we stopped doing the YouTube lives is we wanted to help our current members be as successful as possible. You guys can see if it's BS or not, man. Those of you that have not yet to join. But when you want help, we're ready to give it to you. So let's update everything now that we have a new close. This right here on the ES, this is a new bearish confirmation. Do you see how it closed bearish below the box? So that means you're looking for reasons to short. But look at the stat box. The NQ also has to tell you to short. So look at the NQ. Where is the NQ? It is stuck in the box. So there's no new shorts. But if you took the shorts earlier live with us, you can just trail that stop loss down to the average. You can trail your stop loss to the True Algo Flex. But as far as adding into new positions, you can't add into new shorts because the NQ is telling you this is a take profit area. The ES is saying it does want to go lower though. So True Algo members, this is a good time to move that stop to the True Algo Flex. Okay. I just want to be clear there. You cannot be a retail trader and go long right now. If you go long, you are going to get smashed. Okay. US 30, there is no new shorts to be taken, but there's 0 long positions. You guys see how the candle has to close above the box green. If not, you'll keep going lower. So look at the NQ. Remember, we only wanted 260 and we've gotten 360, and there's the big plummet. Look, Now you've gotten 475. 475. And you see how no longs need to be taken? There's no guessing. You don't have to sit there and stress, should I go long? Am I going to catch the bottom? Retail is going to keep thinking they catch the bottom, and they're going to get destroyed. Now, look, remember what I showed you about the stocks? Look, this is why I love it. Tesla continuing to play shorts, Nvidia playing shorts, and both Microsoft and Apple, remember, neutral. But now we have the candle close finally. Look, bearish close below this box, immediately to take profit. Microsoft, bearish close, and it's still short. That's why you're seeing all four of the big tech sector of the big seven is short. And that's why we've gotten down to the box. NQ has now gotten to our third level of our system. Remember, in order to add new shorts, you have to close below. So this is the prime area where retail is going to continue to get trapped. They will take them out during the retracements of these candles. Retail is going to switch to a smaller time frame in hopes to get a sniper entrance, and all they're going to do is get destroyed in the retracement period. When we get a bullish candle close above all three boxes, we can look for longs. But right now, we just hold our shorts and we trail our stops. We don't try to catch a sniper entry from the bottom. The person who said gold 6 times, there's only one direction for gold now, everybody, and it's what? You can only look to go up. There is nothing else. Good morning, Jeff. You missed an awesome shorts live on the stream, bud. Gold is just up. Look at the arrow. Same thing with silver. There is only up for gold and silver. You have to close so much lower to look for shorts. So there's no reason to update gold over and over again. We're just looking for lower. Welcome back, Henry. You guys don't have to miss us. You can just join us. We've got some crazy good Black Friday sales that are starting. Make sure you guys check the specials on the website. I can't stress enough how many of you have seen this before. Every day it could be a loss. Go watch the YouTube streams and see how many of them are losses versus wins. None of them are edited. ASIC, the average win is 16 ticks, which are 66 ticks on the ES, or 16 and a half handles, or points as you're calling it. I believe you're saying points as in handles. So these are ticks. And then as you can see here, Aziz, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. You only wanted it right here. There's the retracement of 20 ticks or 5 handles. That's the average right there. That's that 66 tick mark. But look, it didn't just give you that. It gave you an extra 7 handles afterwards, or 7 points on top of it. So instead of only getting 16 points as you're calling it, or 66 ticks, you actually got 27.75. Again, we give you the average so you know to hold your position and stop taking profit here. How many of you take profit when you're playing because you're worried you're going to lose, and you take profit 3 handles in, or 3 points, or what would be 12 ticks? This is telling you to hold it 5x your average move. You're welcome, bud. US 30 might be the best opportunity for a long position here in 10 minutes. Everything is based off of a close, everybody. There's no new positions to take till the candle closes. We did not get a bullish confirmation on DXY or a bearish confirmation yet on the euro, so still have to wait on those. Crypto folks, everyone listen. I don't know. I know not all of you trade crypto, but you now, watch this. Now you have a bearish confirmation on Bitcoin, so looking to go lower. And you have a simultaneous bullish confirmation on Tether to go higher. So that means the crypto market should struggle here, and Ethereum continues to play out its shorts from earlier. It just missed a new bearish confirmation to push lower as well. But Tether and Bitcoin are saying to short. Apple, that take profit. Apple's the market leader right now. So Apple kind of decides whether or not we're going to be moving up or down. And if you look here, center left, that take profit is occurring from our box. If Apple closes this candle green, then that would be a bullish confirmation. And then H, I'm not sure who you are on our Discord. I can see you posting, but congrats on your win. I know you're not a member, but hype for you. I'm just messaging you on Discord as well. It's some of you guys, like, again, this is just for educational and entertainment, but I hope that we're able to help you live. Tesla shorts are still going great, as in NVIDIA shorts, man. Beautiful. You guys see, where's Ronnie? Ronnie's one of our current members. You see how Ronnie was saying how US 30 is retracing? But Ronnie knows this, and he'll answer you guys as well. True Algo members, should any of us be getting into a long position even though we see retracements? Should you be in long right now? And the answer is what? And you'll see them answer. You see how now markets are getting a little more aggressive? Again, watch Apple. Look, see? It's all about Apple, man. And Apple took profit at our box, and now it's pulling the entire market upwards. But we don't chase this candle. You just let it go. Even if it goes parabolic straight up. You have to wait for it to close. We get a close here in 8 minutes. And I'll be here. And there you go, Ronnie waking up. Thanks, bud. It's all good, Rana. It was a really good short earlier. My biggest thing is just being able to show you guys live about the short. Not about changing time frames. None of this 1 minute versus 3 minute, which is intermediate. But the other one is confirmed bearish. But the long time frame market structure is bullish. It's like we simplify all this stuff out. Look at Apple. Take the whole market with it. Microsoft reversing as well. NVIDIA reversing too. Tesla still holding. We don't take these long positions. Now listen, there are members in our group who will take a long from these areas. But so that you guys know I'm as consistent as possible for you guys and I don't BS you, I don't chase these candles. I only take confirmations when they close. So I don't chase this long. If you do, I hope you win, and that's amazing. But we teach members, like, if you chase this and you're breaking your rule by not waiting for it to close, you create bad habits. And that's why traders get on tilt. Because if I go long right now and I win, it's going to feel good, right? Like, all of you are going to feel amazing if you took a long and you win. So you create conviction about going long just because you tapped a box rather than waiting for the close. And then what will happen is tomorrow you'll go short right when something like this happens and you break your rules, and then the markets will humble you. And then you go on tilt because you won before. You're going to now add in more. You're going to hold it longer. And then what do the markets do? They destroy your account. How many of you have had a winning month, winning 3 weeks, and then in one day you lose your account? That's why. This causes you to just stay and follow your rules and stick to the rules and don't let them change. New close here in 6 minutes. Apple still doing what it does best on reversing the markets. Just so you guys can see that. We cover a lot of assets here, unlike other places, I think, where like you're really focusing on one or two things. And it's just because, think about it like this. 95% of traders lose over a 6 month to 9 month period. 95% of gurus and everybody just shows you the NQ or the ES. But this is what matters. The True Algo system, you don't have to trade stocks. But the fact that we know statistically that Apple's leading, Apple had a short, played the short out, hit our take profit box, and it's the same exact box on the ES and NQ to have the reversal. And that's why, again, that average move already happened, and now your position's done. And you're done before New York ever opens. It feels great. Gold is struggling a little bit here at the top now, as is silver. No new position yet on silver. Are you guys okay if I delete this long position? That way I don't confuse anybody now after we've already had it play out from on the live down to here. Again, 28 handles overall. And from the bottom, 123 handles on the NQ. Whew. I'm going to get those out of the way now, just so that there's no confusion about adding in a new position. And get rid of the retracement period. Oh, what a sniper entrant. And now look at the ES. It's to the tick, too. It's crazy. Look. Gets to the top of the box that it already lost, and now it's retracing back into it and saying, nah, man, that's where we stop. Because it has to close above this box and then put in a long position. It's gnarly. You got that big gap fill here on the NQ. US 30, 50% of your gaps filled as well. Beast, everybody is different. So even if he finds success, you might not. It depends on what you decide to do with the system. But you can ask, I mean, you can join in the Discord. You can ask anybody you want. You can ask Quetz. Quetz is one of our long-term members who has been the first place person on, what's it called? On Apex, right? Was it Apex? My brain. Oh, FTMO. One of our members was first place on FTMO with over a 3-figure payout. So it depends on you and what work ethic you put into learning and using our system, attending the live streams we do every single day, and then also how well you can handle markets. But we'll be here to help you. We don't use any of that ICT stuff. The only thing you hear me say is talk about gaps, and we use them as like take profits for things. But the take profits have nothing to do with the average. I mean, if you guys look to the left, I mean, you know this. Look. Why did price stop here on the ES? Everybody look. Why did it stop at this box? The box is not random. It's been here for the entire week, man. It doesn't reprint. There's no repainting in our system. You tell me why it stopped. I'm telling you, our system tells us where price is going to stop. Look how far. Look. This is all the way into the... we are now into November 5th. Like, now you're going to tell me, oh, we filled that gap in pricing and now it reversed. How many people are aware of what happened 2 weeks ago? Our system does the thinking for you. And also, every time frame you switch to is going to change every gap you see in pricing. You can watch the same thing on NQ as well. Like, why is price stopping here? So NQ did sweep the low from Friday. But if you're watching the ES and not watching the NQ, you have no idea. But here's the thing. If you're someone that uses those concepts, here you go. You don't have to remember that that is there. But if you do, and our box is coinciding with what you're looking at, now you have confluence to take your idea. But the ES doesn't have that. The only thing the ES has is the fact that True Algo placed the box perfectly there for you on Sunday. 2 minutes from a new close. Apple's still doing what it does best. Absolutely beautiful. Microsoft is going to have a bullish close here shortly. So is NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, let me get this up. We're 2 minutes away. We're going to get a bullish confirmation on these two now. So not Nitro, get out of my way. And then Apple, as long as Apple doesn't touch this box, that'll be a bullish confirmation. So the only one that'll be bearish now is Tesla. So the other 3 of the 7, when I say 7, I'm talking about the Magnificent 7. Okay, Google, Amazon, Meta are the other 3. You can again see that take profit occur. And now just waiting for this candle to close here in less than a minute, everybody. Big bullish moves. You need the NQ now to close above the box, and then the ES to close above this box, and then we can get into a new long. Remember, have not chased this current candle. We only took the short on the previous candle beforehand. We are 1 minute from the close. We are not going to get a new candle, what's it called, long position, because the NQ is not going to close above. Beast, you're not correct with what you're saying because of this. But if you are an ICT trader, man, like I'm just telling you, you know how many strategies you have to employ and pick and choose which one's going to work. Instead, you can now use our system and our help to where the boxes should show where your idea should play out. It is not. And also, this was out before that, too. The biggest thing that I know you're asking to is this. And that's what's going to help you or anyone else who decides to venture into the system. We did get a bullish confirmation here on US 30 from the box. And the only thing you guys just need to be conscientious of is taking a long on US 30, that 32 tick retracement mark. The stop is very wide because of the weekly system. So this is where we would train members, or we do, that this is the point where you need to risk accordingly, okay? Because your stop loss would be far. So you do not enter into your full position sizing here. So many people get trading wrong because they size identical on everything, and you can't do that. What's it called? not prop firms, but like if you were to be working at a hedge fund, they don't open the identical position size every position. Market conditions have to be in your favor. So we have a long position now on US 30 to target this box, but it's from this box down here and the invalidation is below the box. So the only way to take this long means to reduce risk, look for a retracement into the box potentially, and then to push up to increase the R in your favor. If you go long here, you have to reduce your sizing so that you can prep to take into the retracement amount. You did get a bullish confirmation here on the NQ, but there's no bullish confirmation on the ES. So there is no new long position on the ES and in the NQ, everybody. Apple's now, what's it called? We did get that bullish confirmation here on Microsoft, bullish confirmation here on Nvidia. Tesla's still short, going well. And then there is no new close exactly like what the ES looks like here on Apple. Apple for New York Open, if it can close above this box, then Apple will now be in a new bullish confirmation. Apple is bullish from the daily system here. It would now need to close above there to continue being bullish. But as you can see, Microsoft and Nvidia are confirmed bullish, which should have some continuation upwards. I think it's dying. I can't say your name. There is no short on the NQ. Nothing new. I'll be on here for the opening bell for New York, and then I'll be getting off. And then True Algo members, I'll come check on you guys in Discord later. And Beast, one thing you might want to do if you do join, again, we have our Black Friday deals starting later this week and tonight, but it might be best to join towards the weekend when you can get a chance to backtest. I know everyone likes to backtest, but forward testing is the best way to see if something works. What's most important is the system doesn't repaint. So you, unlike other systems and things like that, that's why what you're mentioning earlier, those people do not like to use indicators, right? Because they want you just to use price action theory. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when there's 30 different price action theories minimum and every one of them are different on every time frame, people need consistency. And that's what the boxes, they don't change, so they'll help you do that. So you can still use those concepts. You just want to use a box system and use the live streams that we help coach you with to help you. And watch those ideas now find places to play out. Everyone's big thing right now is like fair value gaps and inversion fair value gaps. So where are they going to invert when they're not going to? And it'll be when you get a close above or below a system of our boxes. That's when you want that inversion to take place. Beast, the stats you see here are from back testing. These are not random. The win rates that you see, retracement back to a box, the average loss, the average retracement, the average win. Oil's another good example. Oil right here. 80% win rate from the back testing that I've done. You're welcome to do it yourself so you can see if it's BS or not. But until other people do it, then they won't know what it feels like. You're welcome, bud. We don't BS people here. I know a lot of other places it's snake oil. We don't do that to members. There's no benefit to us. We don't do affiliates. We don't try to get people to click links to get money for us. We don't do that stuff. Does not. Apple's not in a long. Again, Apple has to close above here for New York Open. Tesla shorts are still playing. That little is going to bother me. There it goes. The other thing for you guys to watch out for here at the New York Open, for you index futures traders, is for the first 45 minutes, it's very common for US 30 to go the opposite direction of the NQ specifically. Usually the first 30 seconds or so, they tend to move in unison, and then after that, they'll start to diverge. So that's something to watch for these first 15 minutes. Excuse me, man, my throat is killing me. Aziz, you don't gotta say that. It's all good, man. You can ask whatever. It doesn't make you a noob. One good thing about here is everyone, at least in part of our community, like, we always get this, like, how come nobody's talking in the general chat free side like you see with other communities? And it's because our members are focused on them. Like, we're worried about doing this, not worried about finding affiliates and talking to people about charts. Instead, members are actually on charts, spending their own time in markets. Because if you're chatting in a free general chat, then you're probably not trading. Aziz, it depends on what contract you're doing. So, like, if you're trading gold, it's $10 a tick. If you're trading silver, it's $25 a tick. If you're on the NQ and the ES, the NQ is 50 cents a tick or $5 a tick, depending on if you're on a micro versus a mini. So that's kind of what I mean. There's no direct answer depending on which asset. The ES is $12.50 a tick or $1.25 a tick if you're on a mini. A micro versus a mini. You guys see the US 30 long starting to play out right side of your screen? Right here. And look, see the wick? Remember we talk about teaching you guys the retracement amount. Remember 32 ticks, average retracement, 29. Within 3 ticks, accurate. Again, think about that. Not even one single handle, like 3 ticks of accuracy. Because again, thinking of handles as in 4 points. And then that's your sniper entry. And then now it pushes up. Even if that's like for some of you, for you scalper type people, that's 58. You know what I mean? That might be enough for some of you. I don't know. I appreciate that, Dina. But one of the things that we do here is like, we really are focused on working for our members. We will try to go back to doing like a live stream on YouTube every single week, but there's a delay. Like with YouTube, like I'm talking to you right now and it's not going to get to you for another 10 seconds. And we don't like doing that to our members who pay to get help live. So tomorrow we will be live for our members in our Discord and there's 0 lag so that they can take advantage as much as they can as possible with markets. So we will look to keep doing these like we used to every single week now that we've got the stats to help people answer their questions. For everybody that's watching right now, the New York Bell opens in 6 minutes, and we're just looking to see if we can get a new idea to be activated for the New York Open. Right now, we have to get a bullish close above this box. If you push up, you're guaranteed to have a bullish close, but you would need the ES to close bullish right here. So there is a potential we can get a move on the next candle, but maybe not, especially if the ES stays closed in this box. If the ES drops here and closes bearish, that would be a bearish confirmation to go lower. But the problem is the ES will not close below. So again, you have to wait for market conditions to present themselves to take an idea versus changing timeframes, changing strategies in order to force yourself into a position, which is, again, a mistake retail makes. They feel like they always have to trade. Cove, there are a ton of higher targets to be traded. There's a ton of gaps. There's the clearing of the True Algo flexes here. There is no daily scalp target or beacon to be cleared, just the weekly still. And again, this is very important, True Algo members. We have these weekly scalp and beacons way above price, over 100 handles or points higher right here. So Cove, this is something I would love to get to specifically because we've now hit the weekly system to now get up to the weekly target. And it's not day 1, it's day 2. So there are some tremendous bullish targets to be aware of. Hope that helps you, bud. You're welcome. So Ron's asking a really good question. And this might be something that's very important to many of you. And I mean this is no BS. He's asking,
would you trade the open, or that's not how the system works? Ron, watch the people's answer. True Algo members, what is the best time to take positional ideas if they're activated with the True Algo system? Should you avoid New York Open, or when should you look to take ideas if they get activated? And I'm just waiting a little bit because there's a delay so you guys can see their answer get typed out. But just so Ron knows and everybody else, these stats don't care about our feelings. They do not care if the New York opening bell scares you or you don't like the volatility. If we get an activation like the US 30 happens before the New York bell, then all you do is, if you're scared, you put your stop loss closer. But the whole point is the system is you don't avoid opens because the stats take the idea no matter what. So you can use these to trust in your favor rather than being scared of taking an idea. So you don't have to, just like the same thing with news events. If there's a news event, there's none this week. But like next week, we'll be live during a new news event for you guys. And if there's not any next week, the following week, we have NFP. We'll be live with you guys. And what's so important about that is this stats take positions no matter what, including when there's a news event. So you don't have to fear taking a New York Open trade when that volatility can be sometimes the best move of the entire week for you. You see everybody's answers, Ron? That way you guys know that it's no BS, bud. That's them answering, not me. Though I did just answer you, you know what I mean? Thank you, Sean. Thanks, Jeff, Ronnie, Nat. I appreciate it, guys. New York's about to open here in less than 2 minutes. See what Apple's stock is doing. Apple, just watch right here. You see this bearish candle? It hasn't, now it's green again. It hasn't closed yet. Remember, this long position is when it closes above. So right now, this is neutral on Apple. In less than 2 minutes, close above here. Watch the circle. Bullish. Close, it has to, there it's red. Has to close red, then it's bearish. And this will help decide what markets do, okay? NVIDIA is already saying to be long, and Microsoft is already saying to be long. That's why those positions are there. Tesla, we are still looking short down to this box, but you can see you've already gotten more than the average win. Again, taking Tesla down over $6. But if you're an options person, you can't even open a contract for another 2 minutes. This is why the bigger players, again, the brokers and the hedge funds, they trade starting at 4 a.m. Eastern. And this is what they're doing. They're positioning themselves before the opening bell because options contracts don't affect the actual price of the asset. By the way, US 30 new highs, almost at the take profit box before New York opens. That's 49 ticks live. That's back-to-back wins, by the way. Wins on the shorts on the ES and NQ. And what I care most about, guys, look, keeps going. This is why you don't have to fear New York Open, Ron. Because right now, look, the average win is 105. Your stop loss, you've gone 50% of the move, is now at break even. It can't be a loss. The only thing, excuse me, you lose now is a commission. But most importantly, you don't lose and you don't go on tilt. Does everybody see US 30 right side of your screen, back to back? Remember, 32 ticks of average retracement. It went 29 ticks. We were within 3 exact ticks to the average that we give you on an idea. So again, where are you at? What's his name? Beast. Again, a huge example now, bud. You know what I mean? Of where it can be called out for BS and it's not. The ES is now in a bullish confirmation. NQ stuck at the box. See if we can get the average win amount here back to back on US 30. The average win is 105 on US 30. We've gone 83 ticks. Oh, what a day, man. Another beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. Huge bullish move here on Apple. Big buys. Microsoft rejecting. NVIDIA still holding its long. And then Tesla now with the take profit. Gap fills. Still bearish. Apple's taking the market up. Microsoft is rejecting. Big Apple buy just now as I clicked off. Sorry, this is what I mean. Look. Apple's now filled its gap. Up, and away. Sorry that I keep flipping back and forth. I'm just trying to manage my own ideas and see what it's doing. Now, look. Watch for the ES and NQ. If the NQ keeps pushing up, it's going to pull the US 30 right side down. But why? I thought they move in the same direction. The first 45 minutes, they diverge, the NQ and ES. But remember I told you, the first 30 seconds or so, they'll move in the same direction. And then after that, for 45 minutes, they're going to diverge. And now look at it. Green NQ, red US 30. But why is the US 30 red and the NQ green? ES is bullish. NQ bullish from below, above a box. US 30, take profit at the box above. That's why they're diverging right now. Again, God, it's such a good. And then now in 14 minutes, if the ES closes above here, that is a new long position on the NQ and ES. What a day, man. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at NQ just getting it. Lovely. Forex, no new move ideas yet. Apple's just taking the whole market with it. NVIDIA long's going really well now at open. See if these calls can push all the way up to 142.6. And look, see what I meant about Tesla? Look, retracement filled a gap and now coming back down to finish its move to our box. See if we can get these live. Come on. US 30 looks like it's getting ready to put in a new high, everybody. Remember, 83 ticks so far. At 105 is the average. Here, I'll show you what I mean. We have the position tool saved. Watch. Bam. That's the average we're trying to get to right there. See if we can get this live before this stream ends in 12 minutes. Just trying to see if Tesla can get down here to my target at 332.6. I'm just going back and forth between the index futures and stocks, everybody. Sorry, I'm not trying to cough into the mic. And Noko, thank you for answering the question, bud. I appreciate you. Always trying to make sure that our members are learning. That's the whole point of the system. Try to break all these old habits that we've all incurred from other places. Tyrone, if you're still in here, if you're in chat right now, you can reach out to me. I message you on the Discord side. Again, any of you guys, if you want to go or head over to our Discord as we jump off here and you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll tag you in the general chat. Again, our you'll see the sorry, my throat is still killing me over here. You guys see the NQ reversing? It has to close above this box to be bullishly confirmed. And you see the ES, bullish confirmation, hits take profit. This isn't a long position that we take, but just showing you like why markets do what they do. It hit the box and now it's taking profit. They are going to sell here. If it can close above the box, then it will look to push up higher. Look at the NQ. Cannot close above the box, therefore not looking to go higher. That's why this is occurring. Tesla, it's within 2 ticks, man, from that 332.6 target. Again, this way you don't get trapped. How many retail long Tesla on that move up when we are just confirmed bearish during the pre-market session that you guys saw live? Haven't moved the idea on Tesla. Just trying to get it to this box, man. And again, details matter, guys. This isn't horseshoes and hand grenades. It has to hit that box. If it doesn't hit it, there's no long. NVIDIA, by the way, filled the entire gap here on the right side of your screen for a take profit and now starting to retrace back down. Crypto folks, you guys are still chilling. Bitcoin is still short. Tether is still long. Ethereum is neutral. Has to close below. If I'm going to go live again for a second time today, it'll be a little bit later. Not right for continuing throughout. But if you guys need help, just tag me. I'll be there to help you. Trying to see if we can get this average move on US 30 before we jump off here in 9 minutes. Again, this is the full average win that we give. 105 ticks on US 30. No new positions on anything else. Motul, can you, True Algo members, can you tell him or them how often are we on here? How often do I do this? Is it only 1 day a week? Is it random? I can answer you, Motul, but to me, it's more important that our members answer you so you know it's not BS. I say that a lot, guys, because I know what happens in other places, and we're not that. So I'll wait for them to answer. And I agree with Totoro. If you guys want us to be on here more, then you need to like and share the video. I always forget to say that stuff. So Motul, you see the answers coming in now. I'm on here 6 days a week. I'm on here every single New York session for members. Every single day. And to be honest with you, there will be a day missing next week. Do you want to know why? And it's because of the Thanksgiving holiday. The markets will be closed. So that'll be the only time that we miss. But besides that, every single day we're on here for you. But if you want help live like this, we're here, man. So what's important? Tesla looks like it's pushing up. Again, almost got to that dang box. NVIDIA fully played out the long position. Everybody look. Zoop, straight to the take profit. And look where they're taking profit at. Like, it's not a joke, man. Like, you can flip between any asset class, and instantly know if we've hit a take profit, hit a box, or have a long or short that's been confirmed above or below. Look at how aggressive they are on Microsoft, trying to get everybody to short because we're in a long confirmation. You do not go short during this New York bell until you close below. They're just trying to suck everybody into short Microsoft. Oh, look at NVIDIA. Absolutely fantastic. And then NVIDIA closes above here. That'll be a new bullish confirmation. Glorious, man. That means everything's going to get pulled up higher. Thank you guys for answering his question. I appreciate you. And as Nat just said, any of you guys that are a member, if you DM me, do I respond to you or do I ignore you? And if I respond to you, do I respond to you quickly, or does it take hours and days on end? Or do you get help immediately? Again, guys, we mean it, man. Like, we are here to help people. Thanks, Lee. I appreciate it. So as you guys are watching, again, the current members, you guys already know what's up. But for the rest of you, there's no new move to take. So that's why, like, I'm not saying as much. Like, I don't switch time frames. I don't switch indicators. I don't switch the strategy. Everything stays consistent, which is, again, one of the issues that 95% of traders make. There's zero consistency. And a lot of them, their consistency is based off of, like, presumptions. They don't actually collect the stats. So, like, if you guys saw Beast's questions earlier, where talking about, oh, well, I bet just by looking at that your R must be low. Again, 95% of traders have been taught how to use this tool wrong. Everyone watch. I want to make sure you guys understand this. And this is what your gurus should teach you. People will say, I have an 8R on my position. That means my win rate is, or not your win rate. Look how good my R is. The problem is, this tool is telling you, you will lose 7 times before you ever win once. And guess what? You'll still be a winning trader. 95% of people can't handle losing 7 trades in a row. So this tool is taught wrong. If people just used this and did a 2-to-1, they would already beat 95% of traders in the world. But they can't because they get greedy. Or people tell them to do this. Again, 5R. Guess what? You have to lose 4 trades in a row before ever winning one. Can you handle that? 95% of people cannot. So we will change the way you view markets, I promise you, if you join our system. Because we don't do what the 95% does. NQ still going fantastic. ES from this long. I did not take this long position, but it is in a bullish confirmation. NQ from earlier flipped that weekly open. And now we're heading towards, we are already above on the NQ, the New York high, or sorry, the New York low of yesterday, the ES is now facing its New York low of yesterday. So right now, the ES, it needs that close above the box, and then we should very quickly shift upwards to the New York high or the True Algo box above price during the New York session. Cool. You just got to get the ES to close above the box. You guys see the divergence occurring still? NQ straight vertical, US 30 struggling. It's still green, but it's struggling because they diverge for those first 45 minutes. NVIDIA just absolutely going ham. Straight vertical, man. Beautiful. We get a close here in 4 minutes. We might get a new bullish confirmation if the ES can just get above its New York low of yesterday. They were able to sell this at a premium, or sorry, buy this at a premium yesterday. And you can see now they're taking profit because they were able to buy even lower today from our box. And now, zhoop, this is where they have to decide, all right, man, last time we could buy here, but we got to buy lower. Is this where the buyers will step in? If so, we need to sell here. Again, that's why the box matters. You guys understand that I'm teaching you price action concepts, but that is occurring in the box. What you need is, instead of worrying so much about that, you need this candle to close above to go long, close below to go short. The same reason why when this candle closed above this box, it went long. The same reason why, and again, details mattered. Who cares about this weekly open? Because that green candle flipped this box, did not hit this box, and then it went long. Same thing on US 30. Hit this box, green candle closes above, went long. So all those price action theory concepts that you guys all use that are different on every time frame, we're going to help you build consistency on where it should work. And see, Beast is correct. And exactly, that's what I was talking about, bud. And you'll see, like, Beast, I think this might pique your interest because I know you were talking about the stats, and this is what you might understand this, but 95% of people won't. Our True Algo members understand this, though. When you see this stat and you're like, man, that average loss is too big. You see the average retracement, bud? That retracement amount is where you can get into the position and increase the win. I only, in backtesting, take the first close with no retracement. That's the stat you see. So what does that mean? And again, think about what I'm saying. As you guys saw live, it's so difficult to like take a position as soon as the candle closes. Many of your prop firms make you set your stop loss before you even take it. So when this candle retraces here, you actually get in during this retracement amount. But the stats that you see only count from, you always will increase the win amount from what you see and decrease the average loss. I'm showing you the worst position possible, and this is still better than 95% out there. And if you say it's BS, we've called the positions live. Go back and watch the short on the ES and NQ, because people will tell you this invalidation is too big, but you guys all saw this retracement was exactly 20 ticks that we gave you. That means you would have gotten 86 minimum, even though we only tell you it's 66. And then the average loss that says 60, you have to subtract 20. That means that is an 86 tick win average followed by a 40 tick loss. What is that number? That's exactly a little bit over a 2-to-1. But guess what? And I want to make sure Beast or anyone knows this so you guys are not BSing you. This win rate doesn't change when I say that. You're just taking advantage of the retracement amount. That's why we include the retracement amount. I'm taking the position from right here. You get to take advantage from this wick. Same thing on US 30. Look, the US 30 is still long, everybody. I take the short from, or the long position from right there. You get to take the long position anywhere from 29 to 32 ticks here, which again, you raise this number and you decrease this number and the win rate doesn't change. We do that, Beast, or anyone else wondering, so that we never skew the results in our favor. That's the difference here. Everyone else hides their time frame. Everyone else repaints. Everyone else doesn't do it live. Every single day we do it live. We teach the same concept, the same strategy, and we never skew the stats in our favor. And if you guys want to take advantage of that, we will be here to help you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Beautiful shorts on the ES and NQ live. A beautiful long position on US 30, which is still long. And for any of you guys wondering, we are trying to get US 30 to 43,235. That is the average win that we're looking to get. And you're going to see it happen as soon as I get off this stream. It's going to play out and hit that. I hope that I was helpful today. If you guys have any questions, come check us out over at our Discord. I appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day.